Again, refer to your lecture guide as we progress through the class subjects. And now let's begin our trek into the broadcast radio industry with the organizational structure of a radio station. Every radio station has an owner or licensee at the top of the tree in the form of a governing board or private corporate entity, which hires a general manager to be in charge of the various operating departments of a radio station, including sales, programming, news, engineering, and business. The production and promotion departments fall under the sales and programming branches, while you, the announcer, are part of the programming division. How is each position defined? The owner, also known as the licensee, is the license holder who has the ultimate obligation to ensure the radio station serves the local community and adheres to FCC rules and regulations. Its administrative officer is the general manager who oversees all radio station departments, sets the station's objectives, motivates staff, has the power to hire, fire, and promote employees, and is responsible for the overall operation of the station as a media outlet and organization. The sales department, led by the sales manager, known as the development department and development director in the non commercial educational radio world, is responsible for generating a station's revenue, fundraising, and selling of advertising. The programming department is piloted by the program director and is responsible for all material broadcast, the on air staff, and the station's on air product, identity, and image. In large markets or large media conglomerates, an operations manager is the number two person and oversees the programming department or departments for multi station organizations. In smaller markets, this position's duties are often combined with and include the program director's responsibilities. A station's music director interacts with record company representatives, auditions new music, and makes decisions about which songs get airplay under the supervision of the program director. If a station doesn't have a music director on staff, the program director picks up these duties. The news department and news director plans, prepares, and presents the station's news. The engineer oversees the technical operation of the station and maintains the broadcast equipment. Their duties now include computer engineering, information technology, along with audio engineering and RF or radio frequency engineering. A station's business department and business manager administers and maintains its financial and accounting operations, including purchasing, billing, and payroll. The production department creates the pre recorded elements like advertisements, imaging, and public service announcements. The promotions department works with programming and sales to develop and execute on air promotions and station events. A marketing or social media director is often employed to maintain and keep up to date with the station's online presence and digital audience engagement. And last but certainly not least, the announcer, aka disc jockey, aka jock, aka personality, aka talent, aka radio host, is the voice actor who performs live breaks on the air in compliance with FCC rules and regulations and station policy. The announcer would be considered part of the programming department and often lends their vocal abilities to the production department too. Now that we know a radio station's operational structure, let's discuss the various formats or programming formats which classify the overall content broadcast on a radio station and is always targeted toward a specific demographic or audience. The table on your lecture guide describes the examples of the different formats on the air in Albuquerque and shows a general target audience for each format and its examples. I encourage you to listen to as many radio stations as possible. Listen to the various formats, their styles, their brands, their service to the community. I must offer a forewarning of sorts too. During and after taking this course, you will listen to the radio differently. Instead of listening for the enjoyment of the music or information as regular everyday listeners do, you will now begin to listen for the formatic and programming elements performed by the announcer that occur in between the music or information presented. Review your lecture guide and the slides as needed. Contact me with any questions, then proceed to the quiz. We'll discuss the FCC's rules and regulations in the next session.